Hold on.
Hey, welcome into Rob Wright's Gen X Pop Culture. And today we're discussing the top 40 hits of 1972. And let's introduce you to the panel. And we also want to give a special birthday shout out to a special someone as well. First off, we've got AJ Pepsi One. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about y'all?
I'm doing well. And then we've got Heather. How are you, Heather?
Hey, Rob, doing great. Nice to see you guys. And hey to the chat.
Yeah, and we did have Stark, but he disappeared. So Stark will be back in momentarily. But
Alistair must have snagged him.
Yeah, Alistair must have whisked him away to the underworld. I don't know what happened. Did he sell his soul again?
What can you do with the guy?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to
him.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think he'll be back. But want to wish a special happy birthday. I don't know if he's watching, but a friend of ours from Doomcock Streams. And hey, wait a minute. Here we go. Here's Stark. Hey, Alistair, what'd you do with Stark? What happened?
Speak of the devil, huh?
I'm having trouble coming from Rob Wright's segment. I'm having connection issues for some reason. Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Alistair the Radio Demon, at your service.
Oh, gosh. Wow. The Radio Demon talking about these times in 1972. It'll be interesting what he brings up.
Absolutely.
But we want to send a special shout out to Casey Osowski. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday. And we want to also support his channel, Casey's Creepy Creations. I don't think he's monetized yet, right?
He's at 150 some odd subscribers. He's on his way to the top.
So, folks,
do you have link or shall I fetch one for him?
Yeah, definitely.
One moment.
Wishing you a happy birthday. So, but anyway, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? Everybody ready for 1972?
Yeah.
Well,
ready or not, here we are.
Bit beyond my time, but I'll live the dream to live. You can find Casey's Creepy Creations link right here, proviso, in the chat.
Yes, go ahead, provide it. There you go. There's Casey's Creepy Creations. I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. SP4H, They Did the Grid, Lombardi 1969. Thank you guys for joining us. Please like, share, and send out this chat. Let some people in, help them to discover the wonderful music of the 70s and even watch our past performances on the music of the 80s. So,
yeah,
all right.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, let's get to this 1972 top 40 from Billboard. All right, so 1972. Hey, what do you think? Kind of a cool way to start out. Cool slide. All right, let's look at this first set of 10. So we're going from 40 to 30. We do these in segments of 10, and we also give you news from 1972. So that's coming your way as well. All right, so let's break down our 40. So at number 40, we have the great Elton John with a wonderful song, Rocket Man. Badfinger comes in with a melancholy Day After Day. Then we got Mel and Tim starting all over again. Jonathan Edwards with Sunshine. The Osmonds sing Down by the Lazy River. The OJs sing about backstabbers. Oh my gosh, watch out. We have Cornelius' brother and sister Rose with It's Too Late to Turn Back Now. I believe I'm falling in love. The Raspberries with Go All the Way. The Moody Blues with their big hit, Nights in White Satin. And then we've got The Fifth Dimension with another one of their big hits, Last Night I Didn't Need to Sleep at All. So who wants to go first on this 10? Uh-oh. Pepsi.
Pepsi won.
Okay, I'll go first.
A bit.
Listen,
I think this is actually a good 10, but
it is. I mean, this is actually a better 10 than maybe the top 10.
Yeah.
But you know, Elton John's Rocket Man is a absolute classic. It is one of those defining songs of rock and roll. And you know, I mean, if you don't know this one, I mean, it's been covered by the likes of like William Shatner. So that should tell you something.
Rocket
Um,
Man. Burning on its
exactly.
fumes out here alone.
Those are some lovely pauses and gesticulations, but you got to stretch a little bit. She
Rocket Man.
packed my bags. Last
Pre-flight.
night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then.
Okay. I hope not, but okay. And, I mean, you have the Rocket Man, you have Backstabbers, which, is not normally my kind of music, but, this is a song that has stood the test of time. And my favorite song from this top 10, or this 40 to 31 would have to be Nights in White Satin, the Moody Blues. It's just incredible. I could listen to this song all the time.
All right, Agent
Yeah,
Pepsi One, you gotta read the poem.
I didn't guess right. I thought you were going to say your favorite one of the bunch was the Osmonds down by the lazy river. So I totally misjudged you.
No, in fact, I don't like that one at all. Yeah,
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. It's the Osmonds, obviously the Osmonds. It should be number one for this whole thing. You could just read the
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
But
No,
Agent Pepsi
seriously.
One, do you know the poem at the end of Nights in White Satin?
I don't know it. I don't know it offhand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know it offhand. But
Oh.
because I always thought Nights in White Satin was earlier than this. I always thought it was like in the late 60s. But that's the
It was
vibe I always.
re-released. It was re-released.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, this is my review of 40 to 31. And the rest of this stuff, oh, come on, you just got to get rid of this stuff. Mel and Tim, who the. I almost started to cuss on here. Who the. This?
The legendary Agent Pepsi One hot take.
I love the way Mel and Tim are looking into each other's eyes there on that picture, though. Like it's super romantic. They're feeling pretty good there. I like that.
Who's this crap? The Raspberries? I mean, okay, it's 1972. Hippie culture. I get it. But still, I mean, it's just. Anyway, it's Nights in White Satin.
FKHC 2005, I think, has the
yeah, he does, and I just pulled it up too.
He's got it nabbed.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking 68, 69, 67. Okay.
Yep. So you don't like Go All the Way? Didn't do anything for you?
No, not really.
That song, that's a guy trying to convince a chick to go all the way, but he's like not even clever about it. He's just begging, and like without the little guitar riff in there, it like that riff saved the song from being totally pathetic. It's like, dude, if you're trying to get some, like, try to be clever a little bit. Like, don't just beg. It's a bad song. It's really bad.
I mean, most guys are kind of pathetic when it comes to doing this.
Wow.
I mean, no
Tell us some
imagination.
more.
No, I mean, it's like no imagination. It's like, guys are like to have this brute force approach.
Yeah, but you're married. I mean, it's different, right?
Yeah, okay. I mean, okay, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
I'm gonna be quiet here. I'm gonna be quiet here.
All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go next since I already kind of started on that go all the way thing. I mean, obviously, Rocket Man, I think is the best. One of the Nights in White Satin is great too, but to me, Rocket Man is the best one of this bunch. This should be like way higher on the list in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean,
the vocal melody of this, like the cadence of just the way the song is structured. I love the sound of his voice, the piano. It just, this is just a great song, and the way all the instruments sound together. Bernie Taupin's amazing lyrics, just amazing. Um, at this song, I want to see. This song was certified triple platinum by the British phonographic industry. Um, for sales and streams of 1.8 million digital downloads and streaming equivalent sales, sales of 5 million in the US. It was certified 5 times platinum. So obviously this one I think is a winner. I mean, so many of these other songs are just like forgotten. I had never even heard of them before I listened for this list. Um, Nights in White Satin is fantastic too. Just a great classic rock song that
Mhm.
still holds up today, right? He's got a beautiful voice, and the instruments. When you see this played live with like all the instruments in the
Oh
background,
yeah.
it's just it's stunning.
Oh yeah, it
Do you want to read
melts.
the poem, Heather? Do you have the poem?
No, I don't want to read the poem. I don't have it up. But you can wait until
I'll
you
wait till
go.
me.
You're the poet. You're the poet at heart, Rob. The
I was
Oh, yeah.
about to say I would volunteer my vocalization, but I would
Okay.
obviously satirize it.
Yeah, we'll let Rob read the poem. He's the romantic.
The
Um,
Bleeding Heart Romantic. How adorable. Give it up for our good friend Rob Wright.
that God, I watched that Down by the Lazy River, the video with the Osmonds live. That was the first boy band. I'm sorry, like that they were dancing and doing all this stuff. I was like, oh my God, that was like, I don't know, that was bad. The
Yeah, that was bad. You're
Backstabbers.
right.
Heather, you just wanted to join them, right?
I did. I want to get out
Aw.
there. They made me want to get out and dance, man. Come on.
Okay, I can
Down
see
by
it.
the Lake River, I would assume. The Lazy River, yes.
Yeah. I kind of like the Backstabbers, the Soul Train performance, just because I kind of like watching Soul Train. It's not as bad as some of the other stuff on here, but God, man, the rest of it, yeah. The rest of this stuff was some of it was just painful. I think
You know,
that's
I
how I
I
feel.
have to add to what Heather said. It is not just painful, with a few exceptions in the next 30 songs. It just goes straight downhill. In fact, it's like you're falling down an elevator shaft. So just that you know.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
This is a crap year with
there's some really bad songs in this top for all, the great songs. There's some really bad stuff in this top 40. Just like what were what were people thinking?
I don't
Yeah.
know, Jesus.
Okay. Well, hey,
Yeah.
Radio Demon Alistair, what do you
Why,
think?
hello there. Oh, what do I think of this wonderful list? Well, like I said, I already, let's just say I already prematurely let my comedic load out, as it were, with my impersonation of Mr. Shatner, but I suppose the Osmonds Down by the Lazy River, quite the earworm. Anything by OJ's is quite wonderful. I especially love Love Train. Love Train. Love the Love Train. Come on, Agent Pepsi One. You know you want to protest. I goadeth thee. Let's see here. We got, of course, I like the Moody Blues. And, of course, the man whose proverbial hand is up y'all's Turley Skeester is more of a fan of the Moody Blues than I are. But I do digress. Lovely first for our top 40. Great way to break ground for tonight's program.
Yes, interesting top 10. Okay, so my turn. I love Rocket Man. You guys have got that one. It definitely Rocket Man should be a top 10 hit. I'm sorry, it should be a top 10
Absolutely.
without any problem. I actually like Bad Fingers Day After Day. I think that's a good song. It should probably be higher on this list. I think it's a beautiful song. Let's see. Yes, I agree. OJ's Backstabbers, great. The Cornelius Brothers and Sister Rose, Too Late to Turn Back Now. I do think that's a good song. I think it's a remake of somebody else had done it as well, but that's a good song. Last Night I Didn't Get to Sleep at All by the Fifth Dimension is a good song. It's not their best, but it's a good song. It's a solid hit. But Moody Blues, Nights in White Satin is timeless. I love that song. And here is the poem. Breathe deep. the gathering gloom. Watch lights fade from every room. Bed setter, people look back and lament. Another day's useless energy spent. Impassioned lovers wrestle as one. Lonely man cries for love and has none. New mother picks up and suckles her son. Senior citizens wish they were young. Cold-hearted orb that rules the night removes the colors from our sight. Red is gray and yellow white, but we decide which is right and which is an illusion. Doo-doo. So I love that poem at the end. I always like that.
Absolutely. You know what more needs to be said?
Yeah.
What more
But-
needs to be said? That was stunning, and also, Rob, your reading was beautiful. Just that you
Oh,
know.
thanks. But yeah, there's
the
like
reading,
four of these that are
the
good.
poem reading was excellent, but the takes on some of these songs, I don't know that they're good, Rob. they're
Yeah,
kind of
that's true.
average. I mean, they're kind of average. They're not bad. They're just average.
Day After
Like,
Day by Badfinger. I still think
You're
that's a
so
good song.
nice. You're
Now
being
what you
so
need
nice.
to do, what you
But
need
Heather
to
doesn't
do,
like a
Rob
lot of
Light,
sappy songs, and that's a sappy song.
you need to let Harvey Cthulhu read that poem.
Oh yeah, yeah. Future Harvey Reed.
That would be hilarious. He would get so upset.
Or Vincent Price.
Ha!
Oh, dear heavens.
yeah, very nice.
Anyway, all right. Anything else on this set of 10? Are we ready to move on?
It's time to move on. Oh my God.
All right, time to move on. Let's talk about the year in music, 1972. Agent Pepsi 1, take us from January to March. What
Okay.
happened?
On January 17th, 12 miles of US Highway 51 in Memphis. Listen, Highway 51, folks, if you're ever in northern Mississippi, DeSoto County, don't go on Highway 51. It's like a death trap. From South Parkway east to the Tennessee-Memphis state line, stay out of Memphis. South Haven's okay, but Memphis is terrible. It's renamed the Elvis Presley Boulevard. Okay. On January 20th, the debut of Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon at the Dome. Brightness halted by technical problems. Dark Side of the Moon would be played in its entirety the following night, but it would be a full year before the album was released.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. See, I always thought it was 1973. You know what I'm saying? That was before it was even debuted at all. But
and folks, set it to the second lion roar on the Wizard of Oz, and you get an interesting, freaky video.
Interesting. Okay. On the 21st of January, Keith Richards, the crazy guy from the Rolling Stone, jumps on stage to jam with Chuck Berry at the Hollywood Palladium, but is ordered off for playing too loud. Berry later claims that he did not recognize Keith and would not have booted him if he did.
That's pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
I mean, I would have thought everybody at that time, especially musicians, would have known Keith Richards. But okay. On January 29th to 31st, the first Sunbury Music Festival was held in Sunbury, Victoria. Performers include Billy Thorpe, the Aztecs, who I've never heard of, Wendy Saddington, I've never heard of them either, Chain, and the La Da Da. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Aztecs have been extinct for several years, but we'll see.
And like like the lyrics of that song say, they never knew what hit them. The Spanish would later say.
Yes, that's very true.
And they perform with these others. The Sunbury Victoria Music Festival. I mean, did they even have an audience? On January 31st, over 40,000 mourners filed past Mahalia Jackson's open casket to pay their respect in the Chicago Great Salem Baptist Church. On February 9th, the great Bill McCartney's new band Wings makes their debut at the University of Nottingham in England. This is the first public concert since the Beatles' 1966 U.S. tour. This is
Cool.
something I also didn't know.
Mhm.
On February 10th, David Bowie introduces his Ziggy Stardust persona at the second show of the 1972-73 Ziggy Stardust tour. And that's at the Toby Jug Pub in Tolworth, Surrey, England. Hold on just a second, folks. Hey, I'm sorry for that. I'm still suffering from allergies, which is typical for me.
Oh,
And now, let's my sponsors.
It's just drain.
Yeah.
I have them all year long. I want to move back to Texas so bad, where there are no trees.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. On February 13th, Led Zeppelin's concert in Singapore is canceled by these crappy people. Government officials did not let them off the plane because of their long hair. Exactly.
wow.
Law and order. But I did not know that. On February 14th, 18th, John Lennon and Yoko Ono co-host an entire week of the Mike Douglas show, and maybe that's why it was canceled right afterwards.
Were they in bed?
Probably.
Probably.
Oh my God. On February 15th, the United States gives federal copyright protection to sound recordings. Prior to this, phonograph records were only protected at the state level and not in all states. Again, I did not know that.
Wow.
Wow. Interesting.
February 19th, folks, February 19th. Paul McCartney's single "Give Ireland Back to the Irish," inspired by Bloody Sunday massacre in Ireland on the 30th of January 1972, is banned by the BBC. Yeah, I mean there was all kinds of violence up there in Northern Ireland, especially. The controversy was caused by banning the song only increases the song's popularity, and it ends up in the top 20 in England.
How
That was a
funny.
massive backfire.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah. Sammy Davis Jr. makes an appearance on the TV show All in the Family.
Oh, wow.
my
I bet that was
God.
Oh,
interesting.
lovely.
Archie's a big fan.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I did not know that either.
I've
And then on
seen
the-
that episode actually.
Really?
Yeah.
We could definitely use a man like Herbert Hoover again.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, on the 23rd of February, Elvis and Priscilla Presley separate, which is probably what's best for them.
Mhm.
And as you know, their marriage is kind of rocky the whole time they were together.
Yeah, it kind of died fairly
Yeah.
quickly.
And miserably.
Yeah. In name only, sadly.
Yep.
Yeah. On the 29th of February, John Lennon's U.S. immigration visa expires, beginning his 3.5-year fight to remain in the country. On the 15th of March, oh my God, this is a long one. Oh, what the hell did I do?
I told you it was long. You volunteered.
Okay. On the 15th of
Keep
March,
moving, trooper. This is a war.
okay. On the 15th of March, the 14th annual Grammy Awards hosted by Andy Williams. Winners include Carole King, Chris Christopherson, Colin Davis, Michael Legrand, Isaac Hayes, Julian Bream, Vladimir Horowitz. See, Juilliard String Quartet and Bill Withers. Who the hell comes up with this crap? King wins Album of the Year for Tapestry. Well, I can understand that for the
Great album.
lackluster 1972 songs. Record of the Year for It's Too Late, and Song of the Year. You got the friend. Not 1972. Oh Jesus! Carly Simon wins Best New Artist. Okay. And the LA disc jockey, Robert W. Morgan, plays Donny Osmond's
And the police are
Wow.
called. That's what's so awesome.
police,
Like,
the
you have to call the police because they won't stop playing Puppy Love.
Oh my gosh.
the
That
police are
is
called. The police are called. There were several executions on the sidewalk.
Why do I feel like this is
What,
like
you
the
don't like
Fritz the
Puppy
Cat
Love? Come
episode?
on, Agent 51, we're getting to that song eventually. I mean,
But no arrests were
they
made. These
called
idiots in
it
LA
Puppy
again.
Love.
It's like the first act of Fritz the Cat where those cops bust in on that orgy. I mean meditation session.
Wow.
Okay. On the 21st of March, Terry Knight announces he is launching a $5 million. Oh my God, I can see this like Dr. Evil. $5 million lawsuit against Grand Funk's new manager, John Eastman, 1 week after being fired by the band as the band's manager himself. It triggered a series of suits and countersuits between Knight and the band throughout the coming months. Then on the 25th,
That really hurt Grand Funk and their albums too. So
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that's true. And then on March 25th, the 17th Eurovision Song Contest, folks, don't do this to yourself. Do not watch these things on YouTube. They're just terrible. 17th Eurovision Grand Song Contest is held at the Usher Hall in Edinburgh, Scotland, and is won by the German-based Greek singer Vicky Landeris, representing Luxembourg. Okay. German-based Greek, and you represent Luxembourg. What kind of EU crap is that?
woohoo.
with the song, whatever that is,
Oh God.
a Prius toy.
Mm.
Oh Jesus, this is terrible. The song is subsequently released around Europe, having been recorded in several languages, and all of them fail, including in English as "Come My Way." And finally, the official Beatles fan club closes down on the 31st of March.
Yeah. Very sad. They should still have a fan club. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
no
Yeah, I
kidding.
think so.
Together, you know,
Yeah.
a fan club. That's no good.
Heather, what happened in April through June?
April 2nd, John Lennon and Yoko Ono hold a press conference in New York. The Lennons discuss their appeal against the U.S. Immigration Department's decision to deport John. April 9th, the first solo concert of Valery Leontiev. Yeah, something like that. April 16th, the Electric Light Orchestra make their live debut at the Fox and Greyhound pub in Park Lane, Croydon, England. April 29th, New York City Mayor John Lindsay announces that he is supporting John Lennon and Yoko Ono in their fight to remain in the United States. Could we just have deported Yoko? I mean, that would have been better.
She might come back though.
I agree.
If you deport her, you have to do it permanently. You have to do a permanent deportation.
Permanent ban. May 2nd, Stone the Crows lead guitarist Les Harvey is electrocuted on stage. Ugh, that's gruesome. During a show in Swansea, Wales, by touching a poorly connected microphone. Harvey dies in a hospital a few hours later.
Gosh.
That's just really awful. The band's lead singer, Maggie Bell, Harvey's longtime girlfriend, is also hospitalized, having collapsed on stage after the incident.
Oh my
I mean, that would have to be like an open. That's not just poorly connected. There's got to be like an open wire there.
You know, I didn't think they would carry that much electricity. I mean, to do that, I mean, I've been zapped by 110 and 220, so this has to be a lot more than that.
Yeah, there's got to be something more
there was
to
a loose
that.
wire or
I mean, it
something.
can't be just a.
Yeah,
I
because
mean, there's got to be open wiring somewhere
Oh my
that's going
gosh.
more to the microphone. I would think that doesn't make sense, but
microphone carries like 5
Would
volts or
you
something like that.
consider your experience quite electric?
shocking. It was shocking.
Now let's not zap with all of the dad jokes at once. We'll be here all night.
Okay. May 8th, Billy Preston becomes the first rock performer to headline at New York's Radio City Music Hall. May 27th, the Opryland USA Country Music Theme Park opens in Nashville, Tennessee. In June, founding member Roy Wood leaves the Electric Light Orchestra lineup just as the band scores its first hit single. June 3rd, the Rolling Stones opened their North American tour in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. June 10th, Elvis Presley does the first of 4 concerts at the Madison Square Garden in New York City. He sells out all the shows in one day. Yeah, not surprising. I mean, that would have been pretty awesome.
Not being an Elvis fan, but I would not have minded if gone to one of these Elvis concerts.
He was a great performer.
Oh my gosh,
some of the songs that he recorded, like the movie songs, were hokey. I mean, part of the problem is his manager was bad. He didn't have the greatest material. He was kind of steered in the wrong direction, but he was a fantastic performer. He had a great voice.
His doctor was evil.
Could have been even better than what it was.
But like a lot of other performers, he is, as an artist, he was not that business savvy. No. And I don't think he actually realized what his manager was doing.
No.
Well, no, he did. He knew, but it was too late. He was so twisted he was so involved that it was almost like blackmail. And then also his dad was part of his management team, and his dad lost a lot of his money too.
Yeah, his dad, and he kind of trusted, the wrong people, and but he didn't realize until way too late. And plus, having a drug problem that severe, you're not going to be, I don't think, paying super close attention. FKHC 2005 says it wasn't grounded, so I don't know. I mean, still, it doesn't seem like there would have been enough power to it, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know that much about that, how much that would take. So, let's see. June 14th, Simon and Garfunkel reunite briefly to perform live at Madison Square Garden at a campaign benefit for Democratic presidential candidate George McGovern. Other performers include Peter, Paul, and Mary and Dionne Warwick. July 24th, Bobby Ramirez, drummer for Edgar Winter's White Trash, is beaten to death in a Chicago bar fight, reportedly because his hair is too long.
Whoa.
Wow.
Lots of long hair, police.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's now. I think Stark's got the next section, or we wait, right? So
we wait. We go to the next 10, but that's half of the year.
Well, who is this Stark you speak of? Well, you must be talking about the person in my employ.
Yep.
What
do you guys think? Anything that stood out to you guys? I think it's cool that ELO started and got their first hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I thought they were a band of the late 70s, but obviously I was wrong.
Eldorado came out in 73.
Yeah, I mean, the Elvis stuff, that would have been great. I mean, I think this is still before, it's, 5 or 6 years before he died. So he's still
79,
looked pretty good on stage. And it's kind of like the iconic white jumpsuit era before he had gone downhill. And I don't know, that would have been a great time to see him. Besides the comeback tour, which was probably...
Yeah, but the comeback tour was like the late 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's still in pretty good form here. I think that would have been awesome. I would have loved to seen that.
Yeah, it would have been awesome. I would have loved to see him in concert.
Swift -1 says 1972 is Neil Diamond's Hot August Night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
May have some Neil Diamond coming up in this countdown.
Maybe.
All right.
Let's turn on your hot light. Sorry. Carry on.
No, stop with the bad songs.
Heather just loves that song.
Oh, she does. Oh, we know.
I hate that one.
We here down here in processing definitely know all of Heather L's favorites.
Yeah. Even if it's about E.T. All right.
I like E.T. I just hate that freaking song.
Let's go 30 through 21. Here we go. Precious in 2 by Climax. Everybody Plays the Fool by the main ingredient. Popcorn by Hot Butter. Which, who else is going to sing that?
Don't tempt me. I will grab my subordinate.
America with a Horse with No Name. Hey, what do you know? Some Neil Diamond, Song Sung Blue. How Do You Do? Mouth and McNeil. Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress by the Hollies.
Excellent.
Slipping Into Darkness by War. Out of Space by Billy Preston. And the Lion Sleeps
Hush, my Heather, relax, my Pepsi, the lion sleeps tonight. The song is cringing on both you ladies, the lion sleeps tonight.
You know, Mr. Allister, just so you know, you might get electrocuted tonight.
I am a demon, my dear. It is my job to torture people.
Well, Lester, do you want to go first, Radio Demon, on this 10?
I suppose I could. What can be said about the best song on this list, which would obviously be The Lion Sleeps Tonight, according to popular acclaim. But personally, I have to go with The Horse with No Name. It is a sad, sad tale of heroin addiction, but it's also quite memorable, quite the earworm. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? How do you do? But Neil Diamond's Song Sung Blue, at least as far as the individual whose virtual hand is up yonder, Keister, is concerned, is also one of his favorites. These are quite a lovely selection here. I will have no choice but to conclude. Popcorn is also an earworm. Tony might be inclined to sing it later.
Oh, yeah, Popcorn.
That's your daily on the 8s. On to you.
All right, who wants to go next? Pepsi, sound like you're humming for it.
I hear her soul screaming out for more.
Okay. Yes, I am being tortured. Okay. Just looking at this group of songs, I'm gonna say you gotta be beeping kidding me. I didn't look at the Precious and Few. Okay, I mean that's a song of the early 70s, and you listen to it, you know it's the early 70s. It's not a bad song. The main ingredient is stupidity, obviously the next one. Everybody plays the fool. Yeah. I mean, I've done that many
times. There's no exception to the rule.
No, there isn't. Now, number 28, Popcorn. Now, that is actually by, oh God, what was his name? Grisham is his last name. I mean, he wrote that thing to be played on a synthesizer. I want to say it was in 1969. And Hot Butter released it in 1972. But that is an amazing, amazing piece. Especially if you're like a little drunk and you play it really loud.
That's when you do the
speaking
dance.
From experience
like
there,
video.
Agent Pepsi 1?
God, you know
turn
it.
on your camera and do that dance where they just like walk and they.
Yeah.
Do it.
I am not that drunk yet.
All in due time.
Popcorn, go look up the Muppets Popcorn, the Swedish Chef. It's hilarious.
It is actually quite funny, yes.
The go-go dancing Popcorn. Oh, I love that one. Horse with No Name, of course, is America. It's one of their best songs. It is amazing. That one is, I can listen to this. It's timeless. Neil Diamond, Song Sung Blue is not one of my favorite songs of his, but it's not bad. The Mouse and McNeil, I don't think I ever heard that one. I don't think
It was
I ever
playing
watched
when you came on.
it. Okay, that's what that was. Right.
Yeah.
Then, of course, you have the Hollies, a long, cool woman in a black dress. That one is also timeless. I love that. I love that song.
Mhm.
And then we have to come to Mr. Robert John. The Lion Sleeps Tonight. I cannot believe this thing it's even on here. Okay, it's Billboard. I can't believe it's on here. It's Billboard.
Oh,
But I mean,
yeah.
you have to admit this song is stupid and terrible.
Oh, but Agent Pepsi One, tell us more.
I
Uh,
mean, yeah, I mean, oh my God. Oh.
yeah, it's horrible. It's
When
really
it's on
horrible.
21, if this were like on 97, I can understand that. That's it for me. I could say
Yeah.
popcorn. Popcorn should have been in the top 3 in my
I love
view.
Popcorn. That's such a cool song.
And it's fun. Popcorn is a
Yeah.
fun song.
Very. I love it.
Okay, Heather, what's your take?
Well, I mean, my favorite song on this list is Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress. I mean, that thing is fantastic. If you hear that song, like that comes on the radio, driving in the car, you crank that thing up.
I do
I
too.
love that song. It never gets old either. Like it just so cool sounding. The guitar and like the lyrics and the vocal cadence. That just I don't know. That's a 10 out of 10 for me. I love that song. Horse with No Name, I like. That's a really cool song too. Super interesting percussion in that song, the way it sounds, and I love like symbolic lyrics that tell a story. Interesting song. I like Song Sung Blue by Neil Diamond. It's not my favorite song by him, but I really like it.
It's nothing like Hotline, is it?
Oh God, I just got that out of my head, and now it's Derek. Dang you! Stop it! Stop it! Now I was gonna say, like I was reading about Song Sung Blue, and in it says that it was inspired by Mozart's Piano Concerto Number 21. So I had to, of course, go back and listen to that, and I'd say like a little more than inspired by. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same melody in parts. So, I mean, it's weird because I've listened to that Mozart piece so many times, but I never really connected the two until I like listened to them back to back, and then like, yeah, that's like pretty much the same melody. So okay. Mozart's not alive to sue, so I guess good for him.
Yeah, thankfully.
Already public domain. Yeah, by that time.
Yeah. Let's see. The rest, I'm not sure. Yeah, popcorn. Yeah, obviously popcorn's great. We talked about that one. How do you do? That dude singing looks like Rasputin. Like that was a weird song, but like by the
Yes.
end, I was almost kind of liking it after watching the video. It's just super, super weird. The Lion Sleeps Tonight. Yeah, that's horrible. When I was a kid, I thought he was saying my wiener's wet in that one part. I thought he kept saying my wiener's wet.
My dear, head in the gutter at such
Wow.
an early age.
Why?
Dirty child there.
Why is he
And you
saying my
wonder why I'm in this business.
my God. I don't know. The war song, Slipping into Darkness, that kind of sounded like I Shot the Sheriff a little bit.
Yeah, I can think
Yeah.
so too.
A little bit too long.
Yeah, and then Climax, that was just too cheesy for me. I couldn't do that one.
Precious and few. Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't do it. So that's it. Some good, some bad. Same.
Mostly
Yeah.
bad.
A lot of bad, some good. At least they're not meh.
I'll
Like,
have you know that this is my favorite segment of the show.
Yeah.
Yours is coming. It's coming. It's 1 through 10 is going to be your favorite segment.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I can't wait. And you wonder why I wanted to make my arrival.
Well, I agree. Precious and Few is one of those that you'll know it's 70s. It's an okay song, but it's like you hear it on the sappy stations. Everybody Plays a Fool was a mainstay on radio. I thought it was a 60s song. I didn't know it was this in 1972. But Popcorn, folks, go look up Popcorn. There's some hilarious, cheesy dancing videos. And
I love
the
it.
Swedish Chef from the Muppets does a great job to that. I love America, Horse No Name. One of my favorite songs by them. Great song. Song Blue, well-known song by Neil Diamond. Not my favorite, but it's okay. How Do You Do? It's okay. It's kind of weird. Slipping Into Darkness is okay, and it's long. Out of Space is another instrumental, which okay. The Lion Sleeps Tonight, I disagree. I think it's a decent song. Used all over pop culture. But honestly, I think the best song out of these 10 is Long Cool Woman. The guitar on that song alone is fantastic. Just the opening riff, I love it. And this is the Hollies post Graham Nash, and they just rock. I love this song. It's one of my favorite by the Hollies. Long Cool Woman, giving that song all day, every day.
Yeah,
it's rocking.
I agree. Great one. Great song.
So, anything else on these 10?
No, I mean, they're just.
I can tell you're in such a wonderful mood, Agent Pepsi One. Would you like more wine?
Yes, please.
Huh. Maybe we need Harvey to serenade you guys. The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
I think that's a wonderful idea. I was considering doing it myself, but why not let the expert?
Make sure he substitutes My Wiener's Wet, for that.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Oh, God.
Oh, gosh. All right, let's get back to more news from 1972. Alistair, do you want to take it away from, let's go with July through October.
In the year of our Lord, 1972, starting on July 24th, Bobby Ramirez, drummer for Edgar Winter's White Trash, is beaten to death in a Chicago bar fight, reportedly because his hair is too long. All of the hate for the long hair. He likes it long, ladies and gentlemen. From August 5th, Clive Davis signs Aerosmith to Columbia Records at Max's Kansas City in New York. On August 30th, John Lennon and Yoko Ono, oh heavens to Betsy, no, not Yoko, headline one of the one concert at the Madison Square Garden to benefit the mentally handicapped children. Elephant's Memory, Roberta Flack, Stevie Wonder, and Shanana also perform. From the September 1 through 7th, Karl-Heinz Stockhausen directs performances of his works at the Shirai Art Festival, including Matra Hyman, an all-day performance of Al den Sieben Tagen, the world premieres of the two compositions for Fur Commandant Satan. On September 21st, ABC premieres the new television series In Concert, the first episode to feature the great Alice Cooper. September 29th, Miles Davis unveils his new 9-piece band at the Lincoln Center Philharmonic Hall. On October 12th, Diana Ross makes her acting debut in the successful film Lady Sings the Blues, garnering her first Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. On to you, Rob.
Oh, wow. Wow, Diana Ross getting an Academy Award nomination. Wow.
Isn't that weird? I believe, didn't you want November?
Yep, I've got November all the way through the end of the year. Anything stand out so far in July through October? You guys outside
of that nomination, my dear.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness, Diana Ross. Wow. All right. So the great day in history, my birthday, November 3rd, but I wasn't born yet on this time. But James Taylor and Carly Simon were married in a tiny ceremony in Simon's Manhattan apartment. Wow. And then later she would find out that he's so vain. Or
they thought that song was about them.
Yeah, maybe. November 12th, 51,778 fans packed San Diego Stadium for a concert promoted by KGB AM to see the J. Giles Band, Quicksilver Message Service, Foghat, and Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show.
Oh,
that. November 25th, the first OTI Song Contest held in Congress and Exposition Palace, Madrid, Spain, is won by singers Tobias and Claudia Regina, representing Brazil with the song Dialogue. Number 26, Family touring North America as the warm-up for Family touring North America as the warm-up act for Elton John played their last concert on U.S. soil in St. Petersburg, Florida. You know, they could tell us what happened to the Family. I mean, come on. More Grand Funk Railroad news on December 23rd. Grand Funk completing its 1970 tour with its sold-out concert in New York City's Madison Square Garden, with the proceeds from the concert benefiting the Phoenix House Drug Rehabilitation Program, and with the show being filmed for ABC TV's In Concert, which we just mentioned that started with Alice Cooper. The band is met by a lawsuit taken out by their former manager, Terry Knight, who we had mentioned before, who attempts to block the show from going on, attempting to seize their equipment, a court injunction given later in the day, allowing the concert to take place. Yeah, this is really a bad thing that happened to Grand Funk, and it really set them back, unfortunately. Then finally, December 31st, the first New Year's Rockin' Eve concert with host Dick Clark. Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve. Hey, how about it, guys? What do you guys think?
Is that when
on the stage?
Dick Clark, ladies and gentlemen,
yeah,
Dick Clark.
Dick Clark with Three Dog Night as the featured act. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Helen Reddy, Al Green also perform on that. Pretty cool, huh?
Nice.
So
back when New Year's Eve stuff used to be good.
Yep.
Also, not anymore.
Yeah.
Also, Herbert Howells becomes a companion of honor. Billy Ray Heron founds Mirth Records. Joseph Ho Kim founds Channel One Studios in Kingston, Jamaica. Numa Lambinski, bass singer, and the brothers Michael and Gerald Reynolds found Nimbus Records, a special classical music recording company. And then Heisei College of Music is established in Japan. So interesting stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
So
a lot of John and Yoko in this year's news.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah.
John
I mean,
and
they were
Yoko.
all over the news, I guess. Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But anything else from the news you guys want to jumped out at you guys? Nothing.
Yeah.
Not really.
Outside
I
of
mean,
Dick Clark, I mean, New Year's Rocking Eve, that's almost a 50-year tradition.
Mm-hmm.
But Dick Clark was an announcer before that, and he's always done. Whatever you say about Dick Clark, he had this authoritative voice.
It's because he was an android. No man ever lives that long naturally.
Oh, I see. Okay. But I was enjoyed when he did like the opening monologue for like American Bandstand. How he just presented the stuff. It's always so smooth.
Yeah, he was smooth. Didn't he do it all right up until his 80s?
Yeah, I think so.
Correct.
Yep.
I'm thinking 90.
Maybe, I don't know. I
don't know 89 or 90. He was up there.
No.
Yeah.
He was in his 80s or something like that.
Ah.
Yeah. So, all right, we ready to get back to this next set of 10?
Yep.
I suppose if we have to.
Counting down 20 to 11. Some of my favorites are in this one. We've got Ben by Michael Jackson.
There you go. Lovely.
I'll Take You There by the Staple Singers. Betcha by Golly by Wow. Betcha by Golly Wow by the Stylistics. Searching for a Heart of Gold by Neil Young. For the ladies out there, If Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right.
Oh, God.
I hear somebody loves a certain song.
My Ding-a-Ling. Gallery sings It's So Nice to Be With You. The Shy Lights sing Oh Girl. Looking Glass has one of my favorite songs, Brandy. You're a Fine Girl. And then
And
Al
what a good
Green,
wife you would be.
yes, Al Green finishes off with Let's Stay Together. All right, who wants this set of 10?
Well, so far Heather hasn't went first yet.
Heather, you want to go with this 10? I'm sure you're.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry
this
that
is,
I volunteered you as tribute, but it sounded like you were about to have a good time.
well,
Oh,
yeah.
I think she's excited about Ben by Michael Jackson.
I
I
am. That's actually
know.
one of my favorites in this kind of lackluster group. I mean, honestly, this group of songs is just not
Lackluster.
not my cup of tea. Yeah, lackluster for sure.
You are so nice.
Rob, you and I are about to have some fun.
I do like Heart of Gold by Neil Young.
Yes,
I
it's a good
like
one.
the harmonica with the acoustic
Yes.
guitar is
Oh, yes.
really good. Just a super cool song. And there are some cool versions of him singing this live on YouTube. Kind of gets a little different spin every time. Really great performances of that. I know, Ben, I might gonna take some crap for this one, but I kind of like that song, even if it is like kind of stupid and it's about a rat and it's pretty cheesy. I don't know. There's something about it that I kind of like. I don't know if it's the melody or what it is, but anyway, I don't know. I have to own liking a song that one's a guilty pleasure because I know it sucks, but I kind of like it anyway. Let's Stay Together, Al Green. I think I mean Al Green's pretty smooth. That's a pretty good Motown song. I like that. The rest, I'm like, um, they're okay. I don't know. But my good grief, my ding-a-ling, Chuck Berry. Good grief, Chuck. Just no. Just no. You can't sing about your ding-a-ling. And this song was
Very
actually
good.
like freaking like number one, and it kept better songs out of the number one spot. Like that one, I've lost my faith in humanity with that one. I don't know. And then that Betcha by Golly Wow. I mean, yeah, exactly. Wow. That it's bad. I mean, this group, I don't know. I can't.
I can tell that Heather's having a great time.
Oh yeah.
This group's just not
It's terrible.
the best.
It's just terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it sounds like your good friend is up next for on the old grader team for quartering there, Mr. Banker. You have approximately 5 minutes before she gets cut and shuffled. Agent Pepsi 1.
All right, who wants to go next?
Hell. Hell.
Wow. Okay. All right, Alistair, we're playing Killing Up. Let's go, Agent Pepsi 1.
Okay. So this is gonna be really quick. Who's this Michael Jackson? You know, I got tortured enough with him in the 80s. This guy, he just needs to stop. Worthless freak. I mean, he just needs to stop. Okay, I did like Thriller. I did like the Thriller album with the exception of Thriller, but the rest of the stuff, he just needs to stop. Okay, I mean, to each their own. No, I'm sorry. Not to each their own. Damn it, it has to be said.
Well, I said it sucked. I just like it anyway. I mean, it's just one of those things.
Okay. You have been corrupted, Heather. You have been corrupted. I mean, Neil Young's "Heart of Gold." I enjoy that song. That is actually a really good song.
Mhm.
I do like Looking Glass, Brandy. You're a Fine Girl. You know, it has that early '70s melody. I mean, I really enjoyed that. If I hear that song, I just think about the early '70s.
Mhm.
But the rest of the stuff, I mean, you gotta be kidding! You have to be kidding me! I mean, the Chuck Berry song, it is hideously stupid.
Oh, hell.
It's just bad. The Staple Singers. You can't name yourself anything but the Staple Singers. So you're going to staple yourself to people? Okay. The stylistics. Oh, no, I'm sorry, the style sticks. They call themselves. I don't even know that one.
Wow.
Yeah,
The
that's what
stylistics. Yeah.
oh God. Who comes up with this stuff? I mean, please. I mean, there was so much better. There was so much better between 41 and 100 than these
Yes.
songs, with the exception of Brandy and Heart of Gold. But it just sucks.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. I mean, it is. I can't believe that Billboard putting this stuff out. I know how they do their things. It's about airtime on the radios and stuff like that. But you know, I'm surprised there wasn't a revolt from the public saying, "You all got to do better."
Wow.
Like
Oh my gosh.
protest. Billboard, you
Agent
must
Pepsi
do
One
better.
bringing the heat.
Yeah, you must do better.
No, you will
I
do
think that
better.
Agent Pepsi One is having herself a swell time getting all of this, shall we say, pressure off of her burdens.
Yep. Alistair, you ready to handle this
Yeah,
top
please.
10?
I should take long and meticulous and enjoy every breakdown, reprisal, note for note for a few of these wonderful numbers that our good friends seem to enjoy so much. Let's just start about the Michael Jackson's ballad for his long lost laboratory rat, shall we? I do love that one quite well because I know that certain others don't like it. I also stop breaking character, you amateur. All right, Jesus. So then we have to talk about everybody's favorite. Let's just call it their ding-a-ling, as it were. A lovely tune. I especially love how Agent Pepsi One loves that song so much that she displays complete denial with her foul paw display of pseudo rage. However, in all seriousness, let me go ahead and just and shine these off right quick. There we are. Actually, I do love Chuck Berry's Ding-a-ling. I'm tempted to sing it at the end of tonight's program.
No. No.
Oh yes. I kid. Brandy by the Looking Glass, very very nice. Nice to be with you. Also, very good song. But Heart of Gold does stand out. The harmonica, excellent ensemble. There's the proper amount of meat and cheese in this particular 10 slot.
Cool. All right. So we've said enough about Ben. It's okay. I'll Take You There by the Staple Singers. Come on. That's funk. I'll Take You There.
Yeah, that's a pretty good song. It's decent.
Betcha by Golly. Wow. I heard that for the first time. I didn't like it that much. Heart of Gold. I agree. Harmonica is the best part of that song. I love that. If Loving You is wrong, I don't want to be right. It's okay. It's Luther Ingram. My Ding-a-ling is fun when it's sung by somebody else.
I don't know, a radio demon.
Yeah. I do like Gallery. It's a positive song. Nice to be with you. That's a positive upbeat song. It's okay. The Shy Lights, Oh Girl. I like that song, and I love the harmonica in that song.
It's the instrumentation on that's really nice.
Yeah, I mean it's
pretty.
A real I mean the harmonica and the instrumentation make that song. I mean the lyrics aren't overwhelmingly good, but that you have to present the whole song, and that's great.
You are so nice.
Let's Stay Together by Al Green is good, but Brandy is my favorite off of this one. I love Brandy. It's one of my favorite songs. I mean, I love it. It's smooth. It's beautiful. And Looking Glass really didn't have any other great hits after that, but Brandy is a great song. So, but yeah, I mean, these are they're okay, but I think Brandy is probably where it needs to be, maybe a little bit higher, and Heart of Gold is probably where it needs to be. But some of these, you guys are right. I mean, we're going to get to some of the ones that should have been in the top 40, and some of them should be ahead of this. Anything else about these 10?
Rob, with Brandy, I just love the lyrics. How did it go, Brandy? You're putting the whiskey Work's putting whiskey down in that harbor town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. The demon there.
Yes,
Yeah.
To talk about Brandy just putting the
Yeah.
smack down in the harbor town.
of course.
It could be an enforcer or something, but I mean, the lyrics to that one are beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
you just can't. It tells a story. It tells a story about a sailor. Actually, it's not about this girl sailor.
Yeah.
It's about the sailor's crush on said girl.
Yeah. Bringing gifts from far away, but he made it clear he couldn't stay. The harbor was his home.
Right,
Or
exactly.
no harbor was his home.
And he's in love with the sea.
Yeah, he's
Exactly.
married to his job.
Yeah.
A public service announcement from FKHC 2005. You play with your dingaling, you will go blind.
And this has been FKHC 2005 with this segment of The More You Know.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, who in their right mind convinced Chuck Berry to do this song?
I have
was
no
like,
idea.
God.
Oh my God.
Well,
if you shake it more than 3 times, you're playing with it.
well, we know who got up on stage with him, right?
Uh,
Who was that?
Keith Richards.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, Jesus. I'm getting
All right.
old. I'm forgetful.
She's about ready to blow a gasket. Our job is nearly complete, Robert. Well done.
Yes, absolutely. All right, guys. Let's see what didn't make the top 40 here. All right.
Oh, so many good things.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
All right. I put a few on here, but what do you guys think? Who wants to go first?
Oh, my God. So many good things.
All right, Agent Pepsi 1, go.
You know what shouldn't make the top 40 is 41. Thank God, another Michael Jackson song. It should have been much. Hey, 45, the city of New Orleans. You got to be kidding me. That should have been much higher.
Not the Arlo Girthy version of it. So it's a good song, but I don't like it.
I like his version of it.
I actually like Willie's version of it better.
Do you? I don't like
Yeah.
Yeah, but Arlo Gerthy's version that's the one that's always been played. The Willie Nelson
Yeah.
version you're talking about, it's not played that much.
Yeah. Also, what Bob Dylan did a version of it as well, right?
Yeah, but neither Willie Nelson nor Bob Dylan can sing.
Yeah, exactly.
Arlo
I mean-
got their version of
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
number
That's true.
44, Cat Stevens, "Morning Has Broken,"
Oh.
is a
Yes.
beautiful song. It's absolutely beautiful. Argent with "Hold Your Head Up" is a great song.
Oh, yeah.
It defines the 70s. I
Mhm.
mean, all this nice stuff here. And I just T-Rex, Bang a Gone. You have to be kidding me! It's not like number 1. I mean, it needs to be much higher.
Bang a gong, get it
Get it
on.
on, bang a
Yeah,
gong.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, it should be much higher. Derek and the Dominoes, Layla. I thought that was from 1970. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great song too.
yeah,
Oh, I
mean, then
love
you have stuff-
Layla,
you have
especially
stuff
the
like
piano outro for Layla.
It is a great piece.
then you have
Alice Cooper.
Three Dog Night, Black and White is a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Sylvia's Mother is. I'm not a big Dr. Hook fan, but this is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Saturday in the Park, Chicago,
Yep.
amazing.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Hold on. Let's stop there real quick. Folks, if you haven't seen it, go look at their live in Tanglewood in like 1972 and check out Terry Kath and his guitar on that song. Oh my gosh. He has an awesome guitar solo that goes on that's just amazing. So
Yeah, I mean, it continues. I mean, number 73, Never Been to Spain, is a great song. Kiss an Angel Good Morning is a country song,
yep.
but it's a nice one.
Charlie Pride.
Alice Cooper, Schools Out. I mean, that should be much, much,
I-
much, much higher.
Iconic.
That's
The
your
beginning
theme
of
song.
metal. That's the early 70s metal sound.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yep.
just the Witch of New Orleans is a wonderful song, number 81.
hmm
You know, all this great stuff, but no, you have to have my ding-a-ling and stuff like that. You know, it's just, I just can't get over it. You know, the good stuff they don't put up.
Yeah, all these
Yeah,
are
I mean, you know,
so
I mean,
much
it's just,
better.
And this segment of the show has been brought to you by the fine folks at the Nuka-Cola Corporation. I'd
Yep.
like to buy the world a nuke and keep it company.
Is this Fallout?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Pepsi
Oh,
had her
yeah,
say. What else? What say Alistair and Heather?
I tell you, there's a lot of these that definitely didn't make the cut and they should have. This was actually quite a sin, pun intended, as it were. The Witch Queen of New Orleans being the first on the block, on the lowest end here. Very, very terrible that didn't make it at least higher on this list. Of course, the Nuka-Cola, I mean Coca-Cola song, wrong universe. You know, that's a wonderful Bang-a-Gone, Gigaton. That needs to be in the top 10. Hands down. The City of New Orleans is also a very good one. And yeah, there's just so many things that just didn't make the list. It's ridiculous. Rockin' Robin, really? One stop from number 40. There's Rockin' Robin.
Maybe not Michael Jackson's version, but
I don't know. Michael Jackson's version was a good spin. I know that some people might disagree. That's why I mentioned it. I got to be in character, ladies and gentlemen. It's called being a voice actor. But no, if I were to break the monotony of tormenting our fine folks here, Scorpio, also a very good song. Very, very good song. There's just a lot of them on here. Spritzed throughout. School's Out obviously needs to be in the top 10. The metalhead whose hand is proverbially up yonder keister saith so. But yeah, that's a lot. That's just sprinkled throughout. And what we got was the cheese. There's a lot more meat and in the bottom than there were the cheese. So obviously the McDLT hasn't been invented for about 10 years. But eventually the fine folks at the McDonald's Corporation distributes those code vegetables and cheese proviso. But that's a totally another matter.
yeah. Heather, got anything to add?
Yeah, I've been Morning Has Broken, Cat Stevens, I absolutely love. Probably one of my favorite songs on this list, so definitely think that should be higher. I didn't realize before that it was previously a Christian hymn. I don't know, never realized that listening to it before.
Mhm.
City of New Orleans, like we talked about, I really like the Arlo Guthrie version. Such a beautiful song, nostalgic feel, something so romantic about trains, and the way they describe some of the scenes kind of reminds me of just when you take road trips and you're taking back roads, and the line "Good Morning America," just I don't know, very very sweet nostalgic song. Burning Love by Elvis Presley. I mean, this to me is like so associated with his later years. Yeah, the iconic white jumpsuit, and he's doing the, swinging the microphone. Just iconic performances to that. Layla, the awesome guitar riff, which I think makes the song, was actually composed by Dwayne Allman. So some interesting stuff about Clapton and Allman together in the studio, just kind of riffing off each other and finding each other really inspirational. That I think is really cool for that song and for that album that came out. Alice Cooper, obviously, School's Out. Great song. I think that's Agent Pepsi One's theme song, right? School's Out.
It is.
It is.
Every May.
Yeah.
Every
Yes.
May.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Sid,
Mr. Stark, make note. We need to make sure that we get a parody dedicated to her. That
yeah,
would be lovely.
Yep.
for sure. Alice Cooper said there's 2 times during the year, like, what's the greatest 3 minutes of your life? And it's Christmas morning when you're just about to open presents, and obviously the last 3 minutes of the last day of school when you're just sitting there waiting for that bell to ring for the last day. So, yeah, great song. I love Yes Roundabout.
Mhm.
To me, Yes is just such a great band of incredible musicians, incredible songwriters. The What they said that they inspired it was, like, driving back from a gig, going through roundabouts, and, Anderson had smoked some, little cannabis during the trip, so he said everything was, like, really mystical during the drive, so if you can, like, make going through roundabouts, like, that much of, an exciting song, I think that's some really good stuff, so.
Yeah. Big
Uh
Ben.
Vincent by Don McLean is another one. I love Van Gogh, and this is a great
Mhm.
tribute to him and his art. I Can See Clearly Now is great. This list is so much better
Oh
than
God,
what
yes.
else is on there. Also notable album released is Can't Buy a Thrill by Steely Dan, which had was released in November. So hopefully
Mhm.
we see next year some of their songs on this list, but that's a great album that was
Yep.
released late in the year.
Lots of great songs on here. I got to
Mhm.
echo some of the things that Heather already said. Man, she got some that I was going to mention. Vincent
She
by
nailed
John
it.
McClane is a fantastic song. I like it just as good as the other song that we're going to mention by him coming up. Doctor My Eyes by Jackson Brown. Oh my gosh, great song.
Mhm.
By the way, that song
Oh, I agree.
taught Glenn Fry how to write songs. If you listen to the documentary on the Eagles, history of the Eagles, Glenn Fry had an apartment above Jackson Brown, and Jackson Brown was always tinkering with that song. And that's how Glenn Fry kind of learned how to compose a song by listening to Jackson Brown doing it over and over again. Roundabout by Yes is great. Heather mentioned that. Um, let's see. Sealed with a Kiss by Bobby Vinton, I think is a good song. I thought that was an older song.
Yeah.
I can believe it was 1972. Um, let's see what else is on here. Family Affair, Slide the Family Stone. That's a well-known song. Drowning in the Sea of Love by Joe Simon. Saturday in the Park by Chicago is classic. School's Out by Alice Cooper, we mentioned. Kiss an Angel Good Morning is a country song. Never Been to Spain is a great one that you guys
Mhm.
mentioned. Um, let's see. Hot Rod Lincoln. Oh gosh, I love that song. Do you
It
guys
is a
know that
lovely
one?
tune.
But that
Yes.
version of Hot Rod Lincoln, though,
Yeah. Yeah. Hot
really?
Rod. Yep.
Yeah,
And
I like
then
the Chuck. I like the Chuck Berry one.
yeah.
Another hot take from H and Pepsi.
Yep. But we left out Jim Croce, man. Jim Croce, you don't mess around with Jim.
Oh yeah. Don't mess
Doggone
around with
Supermanscape.
Jim.
Don't
Yeah.
spit into the wind.
Yep.
Don't pull the mask off a Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim. Donny Osmond, Puppy Love is annoying, but it's on there.
Ah, Puppy Love.
Yes.
Another song that I should probably sing for the fine folks here.
Now, I can't believe the
Please.
ladies didn't like this. You put the lime in the coconut.
Coconut and
The
drink it all.
Oh no.
The lime in the coconut.
Ah, yes. Excellent.
The pain.
The Carpenters hurting each other is kind of annoying. Sylvia's Mother by Dr. Hook and Medicine Show was great. Black and White by Three Dog Night, yes. Layla is classic. I love both the guitar in that, and I love the piano outro from Layla. Such a great song. Of course, Mother Child Reunion by Paul Simon, I think is actually pretty good. Bang a Gong, great. Let's see. Everything I Own by Bread is okay. I can't believe you guys didn't mention Jungle Fever, but Hold Your Head Up by Argent. Yes, Agent Pepsi 1, you mentioned that one. That's great.
Love that
Burning
one.
Love by Elvis Presley, we mentioned. And I think that's it. We mentioned City of New Orleans. Morning Has Broken is great. I don't like Michael Jackson's version of Rock and Robin. I like the original better, but it's debatable. So
Well, I mentioned it simply because I knew I was going to get a groan out of our fellow panelists.
yeah. Well, hey, let's head into our top 10. So
More groans await.
okay, at number 10, we've got "Daddy Don't You Walk So Fast" by Wayne Newton. Then we got "I Got a Brand New Pair of Roller Skates. I Got a Brand New Key" by Melanie.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Then we got the classic by Mac Davis, "Baby Don't Get Hooked on Me." Bill Withers, "Lean on Me." When you're not
No.
strong.
Lean on me.
Yeah. Yep. Joe Tex with "I Gotcha. I Gotcha." Sammy Davis Jr. does his rendition of the Candyman. Harry Nilsson, "Without You." Don McLean with the classic "American Pie."
Excellent.
Gilbert O'Sullivan with a very sad song, "Alone Again Naturally." And then
Beautiful.
Roberta Flack with a real pretty song, "The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face," which is probably played at every prom that year. Who wants
It was the slow dance. Oh, I feel I should take a crack at this for
Go for it.
everybody's enjoyment. I know your enjoyment, their sadness, but I digress. What can I say about my pair of roller skates in a 3-minute long ballad? Let's count the ways. Heather, smile. You're never fully dressed for that one. There you go. That's better. I do like "Lean on Me," such an earworm. One of the first songs that Mr. Stark learned on keys. But I suppose that a lot of would-be piano players at the time learned that song. It's a very
Great
easy chord
song.
ensemble. Teaches you your ranges on your C chords. It's a great beginning song, and I don't know, I'm half tempted to, let's just say, lean on a few others, as it were. But no, the one that sticks out is the "American Pie" song for yours truly. What can be said about this piece? We've seen parody after parody of it written. Mr. Stark has written one called "The Day That Star Wars Died" to this very piece. It's the one that stands out for us. But now that I have prepared the grill, it's time to go ahead and flip the burgers. Which one is the burger? Which one is the hot dog?
Mm.
We're left speechless by that. I don't know.
Not everyone go first, as it
Wow.
were.
Who wants to go first?
Amazing.
Jacob, you want, or
Oh
Heather?
God. Okay, I'll go. "American Pie," I think is, I absolutely love that song. To me, that one really stands out in the top 10 as actually belonging there. It's super catchy, and just the lyrics are so great. Just that people analyzed it over and over again with the, all the different symbolism in it, and kind of argued. I think Don McLean came out with a manuscript explaining what he actually meant by it, which kind of put all the debate to rest. But that was always a fun song to talk about everything that it meant. And besides it being just like a great piece of music too, it's really, really cool, timeless song about a great era of music. I'm sorry, I don't want to like Melanie "Brand New Key," but I kind of do.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Rob, if a girl ever, sings that to you, she's not talking about roller skating. Just a hint.
Yeah.
It has a deeper meaning
That's what I
there.
figured.
Well, that means that Heather L has been promoted to steak.
No. Yeah, "Without You," Harry Nilsson. It's sad. It's a pretty song though. God, that "I Gotcha," Joe Tex. I listened to that. I had never heard it before, but that's like another Soul Train funk song. It's actually kind of funny, but I wouldn't say it's good. I kind of gotta laugh listening to it. "Lean on Me's" okay. I mean, "Baby Don't Get Hooked on Me," I'm definitely not hooked, so no problem. Um, that "The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face," the cheesy "Daddy Don't Walk So Fast," cheesy,
Terrible.
cheesy, cheesy, cheesy. That's it. That's all I can
Oh my God! Oh. Heather, you've been so nice. You have been so nice and so, shall we say, diplomatic.
Well, yeah.
She's smiling though. Look at that beautiful smile.
I was just kind of lobbing it up for you to slam.
Okay. Let's talk about.
And now,
Let's
Yeah.
talk about Melanie. Let's talk about this Melanie person. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, Heather was exactly right when she
Funny.
said if a girl tells a boy about the roller skates, yes,
You got a
um,
brand new key. Yeah. That's kind of
yeah, but you see again, it's been my experience that boys are not well, they typically don't see through this. What exactly we're telling them.
right.
But
They usually need to be beaten over the head, so it's probably a pretty ineffective song.
it's so true. But just on the side note, actual roller skates. Yes, you had a pair of roller skates from the late 70s. They were gifted to me, and I can roller skate, by the way.
Oh, good.
So not as well as I want to, but I can roller skate. But I mean, of all this stuff, I think American Pie does it for me. I mean, that is just in fact, I would say that is one of the top songs ever.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah, it just flows. I mean, the lyrics are so thoughtful, and I mean, and it's random. It talks about sergeants leading a marching band, and then Lennon is reading a book on Marx and stuff like that.
Yeah, great lyrics, and the guitar and piano in it are so awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
of course.
Perfect song.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of strange. It's about when that plane crash when Buddy Holly died in the Big Bopper. I mean, it's just
And Richie Valens.
Yeah,
Richie Valens. It's just I mean, it's just interesting in there. But a lot of the other stuff. Oh my God! I mean, Alone Again Naturally. Okay. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's it takes me to the early 70s in thoughts. And I can see this. It's a song of the 70s. But the other stuff, I mean, it's just terrible. I mean, the Candyman, you gotta be kidding me, this lounge singer.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, that is exactly how I feel. The first song,
to be in the top 10.
Get this stuff away from me. I mean, just get this stuff away from me. I mean, it's just terrible. I mean,
I know what I'm getting our good friend Miss Pepsi one for Christmas.
A compilation of the top songs of 1972.
A mixtape, as it were, yes.
Oh my God, no, help. Okay, folks, that's it. I cannot say anything else about this except this top 10 really annoys me because normally we have a lot of good songs in the top 10, but this time it's just it's just two songs. I mean, it's normally like 5 or 6 if you really think about it that we've had. And when we did 71, I mean, it was like 8 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this is just crap. With the exception of American Pie and Alone Again Naturally, it's just crap.
Wow.
I'm so sorry, but
Rob likes those songs.
Some of them. All right,
yeah,
so
I mean, it's okay.
You ready for my take?
Yeah.
No.
So
but okay.
We got 2 lounge singers in here. Daddy Don't Walk So Fast by Wayne Newton and Sammy Davis Jr. with Candyman. I'm not a big fan of either one. The Candyman is from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Right.
Sammy Davis Jr. wanted in that film, but he didn't get the part. And so they let him sing the song. And so it became popular partially because of that movie and partially because Sammy Davis Jr. was popular back then. But I don't think either one of those songs are that great. Brand New Key is annoying, but there's some catchy parts to that, I have to admit. But yeah, there's only so much of Melanie's voice that I can stand on that. Especially singing I got a brand new pair of roller skates. I got a brand new key. Good Lord.
You got a
Um,
brand new key. One
Yeah.
person has the skates, the other one has the key. That's the
Yes.
whole
You got a
idea.
brand. Yes. I know.
So
I
who's the
know.
gatekeeper
I
and who's the
know. I
key
know.
master?
Oh,
I know, but it still makes me think of like really young girls, and not an older woman that I would be. Anyway,
okay.
Baby Don't Get Hooked on Me, I think is a good song by Mac Davis, but I don't think it's the top 10. I do like Mac Davis. I do like a lot of his songs, but he's mainly country, so it's a crossover hit. Bill Withers' Lean on Me is a really good song. I think that's a great one. I listened to Joe Tex. I gotcha. What the hell is it doing in this top 10? I have no idea. I'm with you, Age of Pepsi One. What the heck is that? Without You by Harry Nilsson is okay, but what is it doing in the top 10? American Pie is a fantastic song, probably the best of this 10. Definitely a top song. Love it. Gilbert O'Sullivan, Alone Again Naturally. I like the song, but it's such a downer. I would get it out of my top 10. It belongs further down, but it is such a downer song. I mean, that's a song that you use to help yourself feel better about yourself when you're depressed. But I can't listen to it when I'm feeling good. It brings the mood of the entire room down. I mean, that whole song is so sad. His mother dies, his dad dies, everybody dies. It's just like, oh my gosh. Oh, it's a good song, but it's sad. First time ever I saw your face. It's a pretty song, but I don't think it's a number one song. You know, it's one of those songs that I think belongs probably in the 30 to 40 range. I think it's really pretty, and I can see it as a slow dance song, but I don't think it's the top song of this year at all.
She has a good voice. I mean,
Oh
she
yeah,
has
Roberta
a
Fleck
really
has
good
a
voice.
Yeah, I mean,
beautiful voice.
beautiful.
It's a beautiful song. I just don't see it as the top one. I mean, honestly, Lean on Me and American Pie are probably the two best ones on here that probably deserve to be in the top 10. But the rest of them I don't think belong in the top 10.
I get annoyed with Lean on Me. It's kind of repetitive, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that either.
So
yeah, not the best bunch. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
it's a weaker year.
Yeah, I thought this was a little bit weaker year for music. So
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
all right.
I will tell you this. I mean, for the stuff that's coming up, I think this may be the weakest year for music in the 70s.
I agree.
You know, 73. I looked at the stuff from 73. That's going to be amazing. Maybe even better than 71.
Yeah, we get more of the bands that are more mainstream that we know, like Chicago and some others. So.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, folks. Well, that's 1972. Let's plug away here. Agent Pepsi One, what have you got going on your channel?
Well, I mean, I have a bunch of stuff that I need to upload. So I have like 8 or 9 new videos. They're coming. It's just I'm trying to get over this stupid summer flu that I have somehow got and I can't get rid of. Although my husband, he got it and he was done with it in like 24 hours. It's been like 10 days. As soon as that's over with, I have more energy.
You should have like an immune system of steel, just being around kids all the time, right? I mean,
yeah, I suppose you don't take airborne every day.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, I take all this allergy medication. I take like 3 different prescriptions. And it just, I normally don't get the flu a lot, but when I do get it, it really hits me hard.
Agent Pepsi One, you need to walk into school with Darth Vader mask.
A breathing apparatus.
Yeah. Considering that I have a poster in German with Darth Vader behind me at my desk.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's sweet.
It says you will join the Imperial forces in German. So.
And you'll like it.
Lovely. Definitely one of us villains, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Yep.
Good stuff.
All right. Alistair, what have you got going on?
Well, you know me. I like to present a commercial because professionalism demands it. One moment while I find said file. Uno momento, por favor. There we are. Do 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 do. Phenomenon. Do 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 do. Phenomenon. Do 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 do. Phenomenon. We go. Should be queued up in just a few seconds. Enjoy this commercial. All of my links will be displayed on the screen for you fine folks to join us later on this evening over there at Theta Swords.
Hi, this is Alf here, and I thought we were going to be talking about something important.
Were we?
Yeah, a commercial. That's right, a commercial.
Oh, that's right.
A commercial. Hi, this is Ginger Wolf.
Hi.
She's our resident Black Widow over the Stark of Iron channel, where you'll find parody, songwriting, voice acting, puppeteering, and a heck of a lot more. Maybe a little pole work, maybe a little fire eating.
Maybe.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a wee bit.
Just like enough to add like a little spice to the pot.
A little spice to the pot.
Like, share, subscribe, my good fellow.
I eat jalapeno peppers.
I like my chili so goddamn hot you can cook a hog's ass.
We also have a Rumble channel located here.
Oh yeah, just like our great Ginger Wolf thing.
Yeah.
That's right. So check out the Stark of Iron channel, where yeah, Snowdub wanted a commercial of us. This is what you get.
Yep.
We're totally cutting the last bit.
And of course, we are going to be at Theta Zords, Casey Azowski's birthday celebration of 2117 Cosmic Theta Theater, here in approximately 45 minutes from now. We are having a stock party, the first time that we've had one in a while this Monday, and of course, you three lovely folks are invited. You will have a link. If you are available, come. Come as you are, leave as you are at any time. It is a revolving door panel, and chat will be going for the wee hours of the morning. And we hope to see you all there tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Alistair. And Heather, I know you don't have a YouTube channel, but what would you like to plug?
No plugging tonight, but just want to say thanks to the chat so much for being here. It's always a blast hanging out with you guys and hearing all the comments in the chat, and hope to see you all in the chat on PCB on Wednesday night on Overlord DVD's channel. And I will catch you all back here maybe in like 3 weeks, I guess.
Yeah.
Enjoy your trip. Let us know how it goes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, I will see
So
you guys
in
a little
about 3
bit,
weeks,
so.
we will do Band of Brothers, and we'll finish up Band of Brothers, and we'll show all the pictures. By then, I'll have everything organized and nice and neat for you. And then the week after that, we're going to do the Pacific, and I've got a special guest that is going to probably join us. The
cool.
tour manager of my trip was one of the producers on the Pacific, and he has agreed to join us when we start doing the Pacific and give us some insights as to how it was shot and how it was done.
Very
So join
cool.
Heather L and I for that. And then next month we have the hits of 1973. And then I'm going to try and do a special show towards the end of the month in July of the importance of basically with filmmaking practical effects. And we're going to have special guests like Gary and Andy and Sean on. And we're going to talk about practical effects and why they were important back then, and some of the famous pop culture special effects shots that have been shot and why they're important today. So stay
Very
tuned for
cool.
that. That should be a pretty cool show coming up next month. In a couple weeks, I may do a couple of things. Either next week or the week after, I'm going to do just a show on a couple of stories of Congressional Medal of Honor heroes that I learned about on my trip. Want to talk about their stories and talk about some of those heroes. So don't miss that one. That one should be a fun show. Heather won't be able to make it for that one, but it's basically going to be talking about these guys that earned the Congressional Medal of Honor, and should be a lot of fun. Should be really cool. So anybody else? Anything else besides wishing happy birthday to Casey Osowski again?
Don't eat the yellow snow, ta-ta.
So, Just want to thank all of our listeners, all of our viewers. Please like and share the stream. Thank you guys for coming. We certainly appreciate you. Folks, I'm about 1,900 hours away from getting monetized. So
Get
let's
him
make it
there,
happen.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Rob Wright is good people. He could use your monetary support.
Yes, definitely. So please share, like, subscribe. So anything else that anybody wants to say before we are out?
Live
Good
lost.
night. Have a great night.
Bye.
Night, everybody.
Night.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.